say living life is free, I'll have to deny, 'cause every day I pay the price.
I mean, we are all human, so let's try to be realistic for 3 seconds, Because as much as we strive for certain things, good or bad, we want to do the image that we have in our minds, it's not going to happen. Even painters, even people who create things most of the time, even if they make the thing that they thought they were thinking of, like the thought that they actually have, that's usually not. They usually want to do better, but even then, most of the time you don't do the ideal. And let's be real about it, because we gotta factor that in to our thinking. But welcome to the complicated but kind of simple podcast. I'm here again with another video, and this one came up through a video. This video idea came up through another video because personally I go through a lot of hypotheticals in my mind, and when I heard this point, I was kind of blown away to realize that this thinking while I was thinking, it was just interesting to me because I'd thought of it, but I hadn't considered it as much and had not applied it into my ideas. But before we get into that, this is hilarious what happened to me today, because I was in class. I am at university or college, but I was in class, and this class is supposed to have 30 people, and yes, I'm justifying my behavior. This class is supposed to have 30 people, and it's supposed to be it's operations management and stuff like that, and it's a good class, but there's not a lot going on. I'm not gonna lie, it's simple, and you can just get through it by paying attention every, let's say, 10 minutes. You peek through, look at the board every 10 minutes, then you look back. And then I was in back of class, and I'm talking with my friend, me and him, we're chilling, having a good time in the back of class. And I'm not gonna lie, pretty much the whole class we were talking just about, oh, what are you doing after class, and what happened last few days, and this and that. And before you say we weren't paying attention, that's a lie. We were paying attention, and the very simple equations that the guy was giving us, I can recite them to you even right now. It's easy money. So yeah, we're in class talking it up, and there's this nice woman that she looks at me halfway through the class and just stares at my soul, and I just look at her back, and my friend looks at her looking at me, and I'm sitting right next to him, and I just wave hi, and she just looks at me a little more and then just looks away. And I couldn't really read her vibe. I couldn't really see, are you mad, into me, annoyed, bored, interested? What's going on here? I'm trying to know. What's up. And for the rest of class, I still do my thing, but I was kind of confused. Let it go. And then at the end of class, she I can't believe this, because this isn't even happening in high school, and this is college. This woman and it's honestly the thing that makes me so happy about college and about life, because random things will happen to you and I have no idea why, and I couldn't ever think of it. I can't ever. It's just so out of ordinary. I enjoy it. I bask in it. And the note said, it's ripped off of her notebook, the bottom left side. Why do you talk so much Do you know how to be quiet? This woman, instead of telling me to shut up, instead of, after class, like, speaking to me, she literally writes a note, walks to me, puts it on my desk as soon as the teacher says class is over, and then runs out that door. And I'm just like, by the time I read it, she's already out the door. I just start laughing. And I can't lie, because one, we weren't being that loud. I know we weren't. The teacher the rest of the class could not hear us, but she was close enough that she was like, happened to be able to hear us. But I don't really think she could actually listen to what we were saying. I think it was more about just the fact that she knew that we were talking in the back of class. And I will apologize, Look, if I really was bothering your learning, sure, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm 99% sure you were not paying attention. And honestly, I felt that class like I was gonna be talking because the stuff we were going over was simple. And, it is what it is. But if you really can't pay attention, personally, I think you should sit in the front of class. But I guess I'll keep it down more. What I'm not gonna do is just stop talking because that class is boring. I'm gonna be honest. That class is very boring. But I thought it was a great little, gift. I love this. This is makes me so happy, and I wish I could have wrote back. I wish you would have gave it to me earlier in the class, because I would have been like, I don't know why I talk so much. You want to talk about it? And sent that back on a note. Oh, but you were right out the door, man. I'm thinking about giving it to her next class, a note back, or this note, because I love it. This is hilarious. But the thing is, though, she didn't even seem that annoyed, It's not like she was mad. It wasn't like she was angry. She was just like, what the actual F? Like, okay, But it kind of gets me onto the topic of today of being realistic about the trade-off of your life and sins. Yes, we're talking about sins again. It's about the idea of, well, you can't live a perfect life. It's just impossible. Sorry. If you thought you were that person, most likely you're already not. And most likely, I think you're better off learning that that's okay. But you can't live a perfect life. And someone brought up the idea, well, if you think about it, humans can't live perfect lives. And humans are going to have to do bad things every once in a while. Okay, that's fair. What if you indulged into bad things with moderation to the point that now it's better off you enjoying whatever you do bad in moderation than it is for you to randomly out of schedule do a bad thing and you just aren't prepared for it. It's kind of like vaping. Look, I'm not a fan of vaping, which is kind of a lie. I'm thinking about being a fan, but the only thing that stops me is my lungs. I'm too concerned over my lungs. I want to get into vaping so bad. When I see people hitting their vapes, I'm like, oh, I want to be there with you, bro. But just every single time I hit a vape, and I know if I had one, I just can't. Though I am thinking about getting a vape and using it for, what's it called? Just mouth hits. So no inhaling, just like flavor. And I think I can get behind that. Kind of like almost like cigar smoking, but for a vape. Just get a really flavorful vape and just puff on that. Because I'm thinking about it, and with sins, everyone has sins, Maybe you just like having sex too much. Maybe your sin is you like eating too much. Maybe your sin is too much TV. Maybe it's just, I don't know, whatever it is. Hypothetically speaking, maybe you're better off just having that, recognizing, indulging it on a set schedule or plan. That way you have enough of bad, I guess, so that you can do even more good throughout your life, you know? And it's an interesting thought because it can get messy really quickly. You start getting into like genuinely bad things, like putting people down and hurting people. Like, oh, well, I put down my friend every Friday night, so the rest of the week I help everyone else. Like, well, I don't really know how justifiable that is. And I don't want to get in the weeds of it because one time and two, it seems like a lesson that would really have to delve into. Maybe I'll do it one day, but of actually delving into like the crux of this argument. But I wanted to bring up the idea of, you know, the trade-off that you get of having to be good. Like, you're gonna do bad eventually. Like, that's just realistic, you know. Maybe me sitting in the back of class, I'm doing bad in a way, but I'm still doing good because it helps me pay attention. I don't know. What what I do find interesting is, let's be realistic, that I couldn't ever really truly apply that idea. And I'm not saying that this is how you should live your life or what you should do, but I am asking for you to truly consider, well, let's say like my life is going great, but I have this one thing, you know, I like to drink, or I like to vape or smoke. Okay, well, if I'm good in every other area and there's this like healthy, unhealthy habit, maybe you should do that, you know? I don't know if I could be 100% opposed to that. I can't. It's bad inherently, yes, but it's bad to do good. Yeah, so it's kind of a gray area, you know? And it would probably have to be smaller, quote-unquote, sins, smaller bad deeds, but it would really, I think it would help. I'm really on that train, because especially with vaping, you know? Look, I think vaping is way better than smoking weed. And I think it's way better than drinking, because people that get out of hand doing those other two things, well, it ruins your life a lot more. And I think it's better than cigarettes. So if you hit your vape throughout the day and it helps you get your work done, and you know, we don't know the side effects, but let's say it's just not killing you, and is it addiction? Yeah. Is it good for you? Not necessarily, but is it being used to help you? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't think I can judge you. I think I can't judge you in the sense of tell you no, that's bad for you. Because if it's working and you're doing better than me as like a genuine person in life and you're happy, well, man, like if anyone's tripping, it's me, because I'm the one not doing what I should be doing in life, and I'm not the one like is as happy. But is gonna be the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for listening. I had fun recording this one, and yeah, hope you guys have a good day or night. Cheers.